Okay. Math genius making. So, we are gonna make some. Yeah, see? Right there. Between you sneezing and him coughing, we're gonna make some vitamin C. But not just any vitamin C, Lypo-Spheric vitamin C. Lypo-Spheric vitamin C. All we're gonna do, it's the easiest thing ever, is they're having some grapes. And there's the blender over there, and I got everything down here on the floor so we can put. And here is the key. Don't let anybody tell you that you can just put the vitamin C and the lecithin together into a blender and you've got it. You don't, because you have to take that and then use the this is an ultrasonic cleaner.
Oh yeah.
To cause a reaction where you actually encode, is that a word? Encase the see, and that's what I'm looking at getting rid of. Encase the vitamin C in a layer of.
Can I say something?
Yes, you may.
And it does not taste good.
It doesn't taste good?
Yeah, it does not.
It doesn't come out tasting delicious, no.
Yeah.
But it's not bad. It's just kind of like sour.
It comes out tasting as sour as 6 lemons.
As sour as 6 lemons.
Oh my god.
Once you get used to it, it's
anyway,
once you get used to it, it's not that sour.
Yeah, it's not that bad, right? I mean, you can drink it. The 5-year-old.
Okay, so like it.
Yeah, and after a while, actually get the table. And what you're going to find is it's kind of like it's going to be the consistency of egg yolks. It's going to be like egg. I don't know. It's hard to describe, but you won't get that if you just put it in the blender. So anyway, let's get the ingredients together here. You'll see over there I have some in a jar. I just take water, put some pearl beads in there. If you look underneath there, there's a silver coin, and I let it sit for a while, at least overnight, and purify my water. That's already filtered, but just make sure the chlorine gets out and the bacteria get killed. Anyhow, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to add some of that water. I got 2 cups here. I don't have a measuring. I should have a regular old measuring spoon, but just remember, it's 3 of these to 1 of these. If you put 3 of these in, you put 1 of these in. And it's supposed to be tablespoons, so I'm going to put heaping tablespoons of each. 3 of them to 1 of them. So you get 1 full cup. You should put that over here with this. 1 full cup with 3 of those in, and 1/2 cup with 1 of these in. 1 spoonful.
Yeah.
See? Okay. So it's a 3 to 1 ratio of ingredients, and a 1 to 2 ratio of liquid. And then you just stick it in the blender. It's not hard. Now I see ingredients I see instructions on the internet where they say, oh, heat the water up and mix it. Well, if you got a Vitamix, you don't need any of that. And you don't have to mix this and then mix that separately and then pour it in. Why not just stick it all in the blender and all at once? Make it simple. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do, and you'll see. But I got this out so you could see what we're doing. 1 cup, 1/2 cup, and it's all going in the blender. And then 3 scoops, 1 scoop. Anything hard about that?
No. Nope.
And then you put it in the blender until it's nicely blended, and let it sit for a minute, blend it again, so that everything's nicely dissolved. That's what you want, is everything to be dissolved. And then you stick it in this. Exactly. Okay? And that's the fun part. Oh, and then the other thing that's important, don't use this spoon to stir in an ultrasonic cleaner, right? It's a bad idea, because this spoon has little particles of... Anyway, you want to use a wooden chopstick, and I'll get that in a second. So anyway, let's get everything together here. Couple of nuts. Alright, so we just left off the pouring of the water because I couldn't do everything with it. Okay, so anyway, but just measure it out. This is a 1 cup. This is 8 ounces, right? Yeah. In there. And we could look over here and see if we measured nicely, because there's a measuring thing on there. See, there it is. Now here is 1/2. You want to pour it in there?
Yeah. Me.
Go ahead. Just pour it in there. Dump it.
I never got to.
Okay. Now we need to get these out. I don't think I can do everything at once. We should get the little boys to film it.
I'll film.
Okay. Yeah. Here.
That's the second time he got to film.
All right. It's okay. Wait. All right. So there it is. And I got...
That looks tasty.
It does look tasty and it kind of smells good too.
Is it sugar?
No, it's not sugar.
Can I try it?
It's just... And you can, if you don't like soy, make sure you get the non-GMO kind. If you don't like soy, get the...
Soy sauce.
There's a different one that's made out of sunflower seeds. Okay, and I'm gonna put one in for good luck because this is flat and I want it to be a little more. Okay. And that's what I mean. I just eyeball it. Just close enough. Just get close enough. I put that extra one in there because it doesn't hold together. Avocado's forces are not strong with that. Okay, go ahead, open them. Yeah. There you go.
I'm just struggling with my little hand.
See, and there's one. There is definitely math going on here, and two, they need to be responsible for their own health.
Yeah.
Right? Who's responsible for their health? Okay. See the difference in how that heaps as compared to the other ones wouldn't make a good heaping teaspoon, right? Because the particles are small. I can get into physics, but anyway. All right. So, and then we just dump it in there. Done. That's it. Put the lid back on. Quick. No sneezing no sneezing or coughing in the. See? Okay. Now. So there you see it's not very well blended or it doesn't dissolve very well in water at all. So we're going to help it. And the way we're going to help it is with popcorn maker, air popped, right? Let's see, but we're just going to turn it on, and I have it on low, and I'm not putting the lid on because I'm going to turn it on high. And see, look, it's all there it is. Okay, and then we're just going to...
You can start to smell it.
Yep. And turn it up a little ways.
I can see the bundle.
Okay, so we're gonna blend it for a little bit. Pretty fun. Okay.
I finally realized something.
And just let it blend for a goodly long time. What you're doing is coating the vitamin C with a layer, basically encapsulating it in the lecithin, which gives you a lipid layer around the vitamin C. And that lipid protects the vitamin C from being digested in your stomach, makes it get into the lower intestine, or not lower intestine, into the small intestine, next after your stomach, where it can be absorbed into the bloodstream and seems to be able to be absorbed and get into the cells much more effectively than if you just took vitamin C crystals by themselves. That's all it is. Very simple science, actually. And then vitamin C in your bloodstream does all kind of amazing things. What would you rather have? Chemo in your IV or vitamin C? Well, right now, modern medicine says it's chemo in your IV. But regular people, if you do some research, you'll find that vitamin C in an IV does a lot of great things for getting rid of virus and bacteria and helping your immune system track down and kill cancer cells and do all kind of fun stuff and get rid of coughs and flu and all kind of wonderful things. Anyway, so we're going to let this go for a little while. Too funny. So of course he comes and sits right in my lap. We got a pile of cars here. Here is and all that is, yeah, see, and actually that's pretty tasty to drink just like that, because I've got little kids and of course they want to try it. But it's not, this is not the magic potion. This is just liquid with where it has dissolved and we've mixed it. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now what we're going to do is let it sit for a little bit, and then we're going to blend it one more time to make sure everything's nicely dissolved.
You put it in there.
And then we put it in here. Exactly. And then you'll see we're going to mix it. Okay. So, and you'll see that, and you should be able to see the difference in no time. Alright, so, very simple. What are we going to do? Uh-oh. Sneeze coming on. Cover your mouth and cover your with your hand, and then go wash your hands. Okay, I don't want you sneezing in our cleaner. Alright, so here, we put it in here. And look, all it is, and now I want you to notice the consistency. See that? It's just liquid. Okay, and that's the reason why I'm doing this, because little boys sneezing and coughing, and what little kids aren't sneezing and coughing? Alright, and then here's my wooden chopstick stir, and I put it on here, and all I'm going to do is set it for, how long is 480 minutes? Or excuse me, 480 seconds. You know how many minutes that is?
No.
Really? You don't? You
That's
can't do the math?
Yeah. I don't know.
So what would I have to do? What do I have to multiply? What 6 times what is 48? Do you know?
6 times.
Just think about that.
6 times.
What is 48? Well, that'll tell us how many. Okay, so anyway, I put it in there. Turn it on. You can hear it. And then you just mix it. And you're going to see that last time you didn't know what the elapsed time was. The elapsed time was probably, I don't know, 5 minutes where we were doing blending, let it sit, and then blended it a second time. Now you know that it's going to be, well, I'm not going to tell because little boys are going to figure it out. How many 60s in 480? Or 6 times what is 48? So if I was you, 2 would be 12. So that would be 120. Keep thinking.
I guess.
Count by 6s.
I guess 6, 12. 18,
Very good.
24,
Very good. Keep going.
28.
28? Wait a minute. We only got 24 and you added 6 more and you only got to 8?
No. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Turn around and grab some 6s. Right there. There's always blocks around in this mess. Grab some 6s.
30.
Good. Then what?
36.
Very good. See, it's easy once you get to 30. Then what?
46.
Can you see he's keeping track on his fingers?
42.
Good. Then what?
48.
Good. Done. There you got 48. That's what we talked about. So how many minutes is that?
8.
8. Each one of those fingers counts for 60 seconds, or 6s, right? And that's 8. You see, they get excited when they get it right, and they understand what the heck's going on. So that's 8 minutes. So we're going to be here for 8 minutes. Well, I'm not going to have the video on for 8 minutes. And this is it. See, because the thing that does the ultrasonic cleaning is right there. Right there. So I'm just stirring it around there so it doesn't just, so we get a good thing. And you can already see it starting to thicken, but you'll see. Alright, so let's turn this off and we'll do it again in a second. We'll come back. We're at, how many now? See, 6 times 6, 36, so we have already had 2 minutes go by. Okay, so there he is having a fun time.
It is fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was doing a little tiny bit so I don't splatter it everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. So you gotta just mix it up, get it off the edges. You can hear it change sound when you're fooling around. Oops, look, I splattered now. I'll get it.
That's why.
That's what you're trying to avoid.
That's why you don't want to go crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Don't go crazy.
If you want this,
And you can start seeing it thicken up.
You don't want to go like this.
And it turns into, the consistency changes and it gets slimy, which is kind of fun. It gets kind of slimy.
Like frog slime.
Like frog slime, or I don't know, slime, or like I said, like the white of an egg or something. And it changes consistency, definitely, or galactic goo.
Have you ever heard of the toy Galactic Goo?
So anyway, once it has to slime up. That's the point. You have to cover the vitamin C in the lipid, or what's the point of this? Anyway, go ahead, keep going. And I do it twice. I let it sit for a little bit, and then I do it again. So that's what we're gonna do, but no need to put it all on video. I was thinking I should change this camera to high definition so you can see. But look, can you see that it's getting thick and slimy? This is the second run. And you can see it's getting, now the trick, I'm telling you, is that you got to make sure, if you were using you were using something more accurate than this thing, you would be able to make sure you got 3 to 1. 3 to 1 is the key. If you don't have enough of this, it won't thicken. If you have too much of this, it won't thicken. So look, oh, look at that. Look. Now you can really see that it's slimy and thick and gooey and deliciousness. Right. That's what you're trying to do. Encapsulate the vitamin C so it makes it through the stomach where it can get into your bloodstream. And what they're saying is, I've done ridiculous amounts of reading now. Probably literally 20 or 30 hours reading about this. All the videos I can find, all the stuff, all of the medical research papers I can find about vitamin C and IV vitamin C, but there's not actually a whole lot of information out there on the web on this, and I should actually, oh god, I'm going to have to go back and try and link all this stuff. But I should give you some links so you can go do it. But just do a search of Lypo-Spheric. Oh, look at that. See that? Oh, look at that. It like picks it up. Oh, look.
What?
It's getting nice and slimy. Right? It's no longer that liquid form. It's that slimy form. It's like mucus. Or egg yolk or egg what, or I don't know how to describe it, but anyway, that's the lipids right there. We have changed it using the magic of this. And see, there's already disinfo out there on the internet that says, oh, just take those two ingredients, stick them together in your blender, and that's your stuff. No, that's not the stuff. This is the stuff. And if you find, look for Lypo-Spheric vitamin C on the internet, you will see that there's like one company doing it. And if you ever get any, you will see it's thick and coagulated like this and not thin, runny water. Okay, so now we're at our second one. Let's do a quick lesson again. You boys, we're counting by sixes. 6. And then what's 6 want to be?
10.
So it needs how many?
4.
So there's 12, right?
6,
there's a 10 and 2, 12. And then it's easy because it's just 2 and 6, and I have what?
6, 12, 18.
8. All right, so we had to reset the camera because the what do you call it? The memory card filled up. But we got all the way to 102, right? And we were counting. Okay, so let's do it again quick. 6, 12, 18, 24. And then 18. What does the 8 need? You already know. 18's 2, so there's 24, right? Takes a 2 out of the 6, so I have 4 left.
8.
And then what? This 4 is going to be all happy because 24 and 6 is how much?
6, 12, 18, 24.
Alright. 6, 12, 18, 24. And then what? The 6 is all happy, or excuse me, the 4 is all happy because it gets what?
30.
6, which makes it 30. Then what?
36.
Yep. Then what? What is the 6th one again?
Oh.
4. Very good.
So 42.
There you go.
42.
Right? Because there's takes the 4 out and there's 2 left. 42. And then what? The last one here, because we just have 8, is what? 42 and 6 more.
54.
Wait a minute.
48.
What happened to 42 and 6 more? You're right. That's the next one. Got to count in order.
48 is the next one.
48 is the next one. Okay, so here is this, where we just wrote it out.
Yeah, that's mine actually.
Yes, very good.
But,
so 6,
yeah,
12,
but
18, 24, and you can see, look, 6, 36. Look on the bottom, we're counting by 30s. 30, 60, 90. You can see the pattern there. Once we get to 0, it just repeats. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. Except now, instead of it being just plain old 6, it's 36. Instead of it being 12, it's 42, because we're 30 ahead. 48, 64, 6. I mean, so it's easy. These multiplication tables are easy. So then when I set this thing, I know what's going on there. How many minutes? Okay, and now look at this. Look, look, look. Oh, look at that slime. Oh, that's the slime you want. Yes. The lovely, lovely slime. And we've already had ours. We've tasted it, and it's delicious. Okay. Now, here is some troubleshooting for you. If you get yours and it doesn't do this, because I was at a party and it didn't do this. It's too much water. Or you don't have enough lecithin in there. So you have to add a little more. And you know what? If you put it in there and it doesn't thicken up, put it back in the blender, add a little more of the lecithin, and blend it up again, and then put it back in. And you'll see it'll thicken up. Right? Don't worry about it. It's not. People get so, oh, we got to measure it out and do everything perfectly. Just get to this. This is where you're going, and the way you get there is with making sure exactly, but making sure that you have enough of that ratio of 3 to 1. And a lot of times, what will happen is you don't put enough of the lecithin in to encapsulate all of the vitamin C, so it stays in a liquid form, and what you want is this goopy form. I don't even need high definition for you to see that that is goopy. And then you just stick it in one of these with a lid on it, put it in the refrigerator, and it'll last for up to a week. It doesn't last for a week in our house because we eat it all up. And there is no, that I can see, toxic dose of vitamin C. So just, you know, don't be afraid to take your darn vitamin C. And people are having stunning and amazing results. I will make no medical claims, but people are having amazing, amazing results using this form of vitamin C. Next on the agenda, and we'll make a different video about that, is the wonderful honey and cinnamon.
The
This
spicy
is
cinnamon.
the ingredient in this. What's the ingredient here? There's one ingredient in this. Cinnamon. That's it.
It's cinnamon.
If it doesn't just say cinnamon, you don't want it. And it should be spicy and tangy and be like a what do you call it? What do you call it? One of those balls that you guys like, the hot balls?
Fireball.
The fireballs, there you go. It should be spicy like that. So anyway, all we're going to do is take some honey, put it in here with some cinnamon, and that'll be another video. Okay? But anyway, there are many, many benefits to honey and cinnamon. And they like that because it's sweet and spicy and all that, right?
And it burns your tongue a tiny bit.
A tiny bit, but it's delicious. All right, Math Genius making.